Okay, man, what is happening right now? I was doing kind of my gaming channel, and then all of a sudden now a bunch of news are coming out, which I get. I mean, free agency's coming up. Two big things happened, right? Yesterday we had the Derek Carr news, and now the Baltimore Ravens. Like, I knew they were gonna probably franchise tag him if they did not end up having a deal soon, but the non-exclusive tag. I think this is crazy. Why would the Ravens do this? I'm trying to find like a reasoning behind this. Why not do an exclusive tag and then try to trade him for more? Because I mean, whether you believe in Lamar or not, I still think he's worth more than 2 first round picks. Now okay, here's my only other thing, right? So since Lamar now can sign with another team and the Ravens have an option to match, this is an opportunity for Balt. This could be a win or lose here, because if another team, I guess we're gonna see what other franchises think of Lamar, because now the Ravens can just kind of sign depending on what another team offers. Or they'll get, and if they don't end up matching the deal, they'll get 2 first round picks, which is crazy because I think Lamar is worth way more than that. But now we're going to see what the market truly thinks of Lamar. Let's see what another team is willing to pay Lamar, and then we'll see whether the Baltimore Ravens are willing to match it or not. Maybe that was the reasoning behind it. They kind of maybe want to put that perspective in Lamar's eyes that no one else is going to offer him a fully guaranteed contract, that the Deshaun Watson deal was going to be a one and done thing. Outside of that, I cannot think of any other reason why the Baltimore Ravens would go with this type of tag. It seems a little crazy to me. Outside of that, man, that's wild, man. That's wild. I mean, this is, I think, the opportunity for the Jets to go all in on Lamar. I think that would probably be the best place for him. I know there's been, I've seen a few like talks about him going to the Commanders. I do not like that for Lamar. I think, I mean, I do and I don't, because I think the Commanders are a good team. I think the organization is really bad. So I don't know if that's a great place to go. Honestly, I feel like that team will probably get sold eventually. But yeah, man, this is weird. I'm not sure if this will pay out. This seems like a gamble for the Ravens. If you end up losing Lamar for only 2 first round picks, I think that's a huge L for the Ravens, because you could have got a lot more for him, especially knowing how young he is. This is a risk. I'm not sure if they plan to match that contract, but if you don't, man, I don't know. I don't know. This feels weird to me. I'm nervous for the Ravens. You can definitely get a lot more for this, so um, I guess we'll see kind of where that goes. No, that was one big thing that just popped up today, and then the other thing that we just got is, I kind of want to pull it up now. I don't know if everything is finalized yet, but Daniel Jones now gets signed to a 4-year contract. Um, it wasn't the 45 million he was asking for. If I average it out, it's around 40 mil. I don't know how much of that is a year. I don't know how they're structuring that deal yet. Um, it looks like it's going to be $94 million guaranteed. The first year cap is going to be 19 million, which is great. That helps us. That helps them with Saquon Barkley, which I believe they just franchise tagged. But that will become a hefty price tag for years 2, 3, and 4. I also don't know how they're structuring the guaranteed money. Here's my thing with the Daniel Jones thing. Now I'm in two places with this, because I think the Giants are in the worst actual place for most teams. The reason I say this is because I feel like when you're in the middle of the pack, you're not low enough to draft a quarterback. There's not a lot of quarterbacks on the market that I think the New York Giants are looking to get. Um, Outside, because I don't think Aaron Rodgers is considering that at all. I mean, I don't even know if the Giants would want Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. I don't know if they can handle Lamar's contract at this point. I don't know whether they even have considered it. Other than that, maybe just Cooper Rush. There's no other, or I mean, unless they go for like a Garoppolo, but I feel like Daniel Jones would be a better decision than a Garoppolo. I don't trust Garoppolo's health. So I don't know. They're in a weird spot because you're not low enough to draft unless you give up a ton of pieces to move up. And then you're also in a place where there's not a lot. Quarterbacks rarely go into the free agency market. you're kind of a middle of the pack team and you have to invest a lot of money on a quarterback because, I mean, you really don't have any other option. You don't want to let Daniel Jones go for nothing. I don't know what he would go in the open market. Would anyone give you a first round draft pick for him? I don't know. If I was a GM, I wouldn't. But I find this strange. I mean, I understand it, but I just feel like in this situation, the Giants are kind of committing to mediocrity, and it's nothing against Daniel Jones, man. He made huge improvements, but he wasn't a great passer. You look at his stats this year. I mean, he just was so effective on the ground that I think that just made his year look a lot better than it was. But he was not a great passer at all. And the two times he actually ranked really high in passing were against the worst passing defenses in the league. And then I see the way, like the game against the Vikings, hey, man, you did a great job. But then you look at the Eagles, just got absolutely mollywopped. But, I mean, that's saying a lot because the Eagles were just great all year. I don't know. This is, I guess, a move. I mean, I really like their head coach, Brian Daboll. Maybe he feels he can get more out of Daniel Jones. I hope so. Because, I mean, I think the Giants fans deserve a good team, man. I feel bad for New York sports. I feel like they just always are never as good as they should be. But the Jets are QB away. The Giants have they're a good, solid team. I just don't know if this is the move. I don't see them putting them over the hump. I feel like this is kind of like New Orleans. They're in the middle of the pack. Their ceiling, I think, is very low. I go with like a B minus B. They're a good team. Just do they have enough to, get to that Super Bowl? I don't see it. But then again, this is also an organization that won a few championships with Eli Manning. I think Eli Manning was a good player, but for the most part, honestly, I thought he was decent. He just really was clutch towards in the Super Bowl. Outside of that, I didn't think he was better than. Maybe I'm biased just because I'm a Chargers fan. Like, I love Phillip. I don't think he was better than Phillip. I just think he was more clutch than Phillip. Oh man, but yeah, man. Giants, congratulations. I guess I'm not really sure how to feel about this yet. So now there's only two dominoes left. What are we gonna do with Lamar Jackson and then Aaron Rodgers? I mean, Geno Smith got his contract. I'm happy for him. I hope he can keep this up, man. I don't want. I'm a very weird person when it comes to GMing, right? For me, I would always go with the younger option. I think with that Broncos pick, I probably would have drafted a quarterback. I mean, they still maybe can and then develop them under Geno. But I hope Geno plays well. Good for you, man. That's a great comeback story. I hope maybe they'll build this team around you. And we'll see where that goes. But, man, I forget he's already 32. See, that's probably another reason why I would go younger, because I don't think the Seahawks will ever be bad enough to draft low again, especially with this Broncos pick, although they may be bad again this year. Honestly, it doesn't look like they're actually going to be good this year. So, for me, I don't know. I'm still feeling a little off. But good for you, Geno. I hope you kill it this year. Hope you can actually make a run with the Seahawks. But, yeah, man, just kind of wanted to post. I wasn't really expecting this to happen today. But for the time being, man, I'll post more Chargers content. But, all this stuff going on in the NFL, I had to post this. So, anyways, let's see what else happens. Let's see what other dominoes falls. Let's hope whatever happens, more, the Chargers end up building to go ahead and compete with all these teams, because I think a lot of people are going to restructure their teams and rebuild their teams. I feel like this season's going to be even harder than last, man. There's going to be more teams in the AFC that are going to be better. We might lose Lamar Jackson in the AFC, though, which is always a plus for at least the Chargers, right? Less competition out here. But cool. For now, I'm logging off, man. Peace.